All right, and that's that. That's the
Sorry.
perfect way. I had a whole shtick plan to talk about how Stu is back from LTIR, and I don't think that wasn't scripted.
Nope.
So he's gutting it out. Okay, Stu is like Ekblad. He came back too soon. He's still clearly injured. Still clearly not 100%. So he gets a pass for whatever he says today. I guess we'll have to give him a pass. So, all right. Good morning, Stu. How you doing, buddy?
You know, excuse me, hanging in there.
He's hanging in there.
But I figured, this would be a good. This is just. It's amazing how we sucked so bad the other night.
Right.
And I do think that if we had a day off in between, we would have been okay.
Yeah.
But you could clearly tell from the opening whistle, we had no gas in the tank.
Yep.
So what happens? We get embarrassed and we come back and total domination as far as I'm concerned.
Yep. Agreed.
Bob,
Agreed.
outstanding again. And I don't know who I think I'm going to give the first start at Lundell.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we
He
agree.
made a great pass to Colin White. He obviously scored the empty netter. Second star to me, we'll give it to Bob. And then the third star, I'll give it to Forsling.
Yeah.
Not only did he score a goal, he blocks a shot.
Right.
He's in tremendous pain. And then he comes back.
Yep.
Sucks it up and comes back. And
Yep.
big win.
Yeah, when Forsling went out, the people were telling me he was grimacing in pain, and I just he'll be back. He does this on a weekly basis. He blocks a shot, he goes back into the locker room, and he just respawns, and he comes back out, and he's skating around like nothing happened.
You know what really sucks? What sucks is the NHL networks of the world. When they talk about our defensemen, they talk about Ekblad and Montour.
Right.
And it pisses the shit out of me. Sorry. Don't want to get demonetized here. But it really pisses me off because he's our best defenseman. And I'd say he's one of the most underrated players in the league.
Yep.
Because game in, game out, shift in, shift out, the guy is so consistent.
Right.
And I think about how many times an opposing player is flying down the ice to chase down a puck, and Forsling just catches it and swats it away.
Right. He made a couple of plays. Your coughing is catching. I'm catching your cough. He made a couple of plays last night where the Capitals player is sure that he's got a lane to pass to the guy, and Forsling just somehow gets his stick in the middle of it, and he's not just blocking the pass, he's getting it in control as well and clearing it. Yeah, exactly. He knows what's happening.
That's what Matheson didn't have.
Right.
Forsling is a smart player.
Right.
So is Lundell.
Yeah. No, some of these guys are really stepping up, especially when we didn't have Bennett last night. I know. Look, the Caps didn't have Ovechkin, so
that can't go without talking about that.
Right.
Obviously, condolences to the Big O.
Yeah, absolutely.
But not having him out there, he's the ultimate Panther killer.
Right.
That makes a big difference.
Yep, there's no doubt.
And there's one more game that we have to play them, and I would imagine he'll be back for that one.
Right.
So
well,
anyway.
You wanted to look at the standings a little bit, so let's.
For weeks I said don't bother looking at the standings, but now we're getting down to.
Yeah.
Now we're getting down to brass tacks. We could talk about I mean, obviously, we got to keep winning.
Right. All right. Here we go.
Right. You were the one that said, the Capitals is the target.
Yeah, because I don't see. I mean, Pittsburgh.
Can you blow that up a little bit?
Let me see. I don't want to move it. I can't see it on our screen because I'm on the other screen, so I can't see how it looks. And then when I go back over here, so I have to come back over here and view it. I can't see. Does this blow it up a little bit?
Yeah, except there we go.
Okay. All right. So we'll start here.
All right. So obviously we don't have it broken down by the wild card, but I will tell you, watch out for the Red Wings.
Right.
They won their 5th game in a row yesterday.
Yep.
They got 60 points. That's why I was just like, we need a 7-8 game winning streak. Because that's when you just fly up the standings. Obviously, the Islanders are 1 point behind us. So it's going to be a dogfight for the rest of the way.
Yeah. I want to let's look at the Wings schedule and just see if they have anything interesting coming out. So yeah, they beat the Flames last night, and they'd beaten the Oilers and the Canucks, and the Canucks again, and the Flames again. That's their 5. Kraken, Capitals, boy, Ovi coming back by here would be helpful. Rangers, Lightning, Senators, a doubleheader against the Senators.
Wait.
But
we don't want the Capitals to win.
That's a good point.
If I had to choose between Detroit winning and the Capitals winning,
no, I'm going to disagree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because look, I mean, Capitals are tied with us, but they have 1 game in hand, right? Red Wings have 4 games in hand. So
that's 4 games in hand. Oh, boy.
4 games in hand. So it's actually, by the numbers, more important that the Red Wings lose.
Right.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Because I mean, that they've got a lot more.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I didn't realize how many games.
Well, look at the Sabres, bro. They got 5 games in hand. I've been talking about this a lot on the podcast. I mean, things look great right now, but I mean, even technically, still, if the Senators won their games in hand, they would leapfrog us by 5 points.
How many games do we have left?
What's that? We've had 58, so that's 24 left, right? Yeah.
Right.
We got 24 games left. This week we don't have a lot of games, so some of these
we have
teams,
24 games left. So even if we win 20, that's 40 points.
Right, right, exactly.
40 points would be 102.
We got to win 19 of the games, 19 to 24, give or take, because of possible, overtime losses.
How many more back-to-backs do we have?
Let's see here. And the next back-to-back isn't, because I checked this the other day with Spencer Knight. See, I mean, next week, look, I mean, we play Monday, then not again until Friday, then not again until Tuesday. So we hardly have any games there.
Well, that's good because it gives Bob rest.
Right. The next time we need Spencer Knight possibly is this March 10th, March 11th, but maybe not, because we play the 4th, we get 2 games off, and then we play the 7th, and then we get the 8th and the 9th off, and then we have this back-to-back, and then we have 5 days off till the next game. So it's possible Bob could play this back-to-back. I mean, and the first game is against the Blackhawks at home. Shut them down, give Bob an easy workload. There's no reason he can't play the next day.
I agree.
Right?
I have no confidence in Knight. In fact, if I'm Zito or Maurice,
he should be down.
I send Knight down and bring Lyon up.
Yeah, so Knight can play. Exactly. This is where we're going to need a backup goalie.
Yeah,
20th, 21st, and 23rd. Where you can't throw Bob out there.
And look games. Who we're playing.
Right, and that's the Red Wings, Flyers. So this is the game where you throw your backup out there. against the Flyers, right?
Yep.
And then you're back home. Yeah, this is Bob's game, no doubt. And then let Lyon play this game, man. Send Spencer down. You know,
he ain't doing nothing up here.
Right. I mean, he needs to play.
Absolutely.
And then we've got another back-to-back here.
Eric, he needs a good 4, 5, 6 games down there. Get his confidence back.
And that's what I said the other day. And that's the most frustrating thing is that here, I'll stop sharing this for now. We'll come back to it. From the time that, I mean, he goes down to the AHL. He plays the weekend. He plays Saturday and Sunday. We bring him back up, but then Marie says he's not 100%. He's not ready. He doesn't play. The whole All-Star break comes. He doesn't. Why is he not at the AHL getting games in?
Absolutely.
This is obscene to me at this point.
Yep.
Right?
And,
because
Lyon proved himself to be, what's the word? Reliable, confident.
Yeah, right.
It's not like you were putting in a schlub that was going to be a
it's not like, yeah. And look, it's bad for Spencer's confidence. Look at this. He hasn't played in how long, right? And the previous 2 times we put him out there on the ice after he hadn't played long, it was on the road against a good team. And this time we do it when we're clearly out of gas. Now, look, that said, I mean, we were out of gas, but some of those goals he let in, those were just normal shots that need to be stopped.
How many times do I talk about a goalie going down on his knees, and these guys are so good, they just shoot high. They know how to beat these guys. He got beat on the glove hand side at least 3 times.
Right.
He was on his knees. He didn't come out to challenge the shooters. His angle was bad. And you forget about that first goal. A goalie that's in the zone doesn't let that happen. I know you were talking about, him freezing.
So, well, and yeah, but we've seen that before. How many times have we seen a shot come at him and he's just is frozen?
Yeah, his stick handling. He's not good behind the net. He's not good stick handling. Just and I want to know what Robbie Tallis is doing.
Right. Yeah.
What is he doing to help this kid?
Right. And he looks so good. That's my concern. Is he looked so good, right? When he got hurt / sick, he was playing the best he'd played. We thought he was the number 1. We thought, because Bob was so bad, but Spencer wasn't playing lights out. He was playing well, and he certainly was playing way better than Bob. But his confidence level should have been decent at that point, right? Then he goes, I don't understand what's happening. I really don't. And I get a lot of people commenting that they're going to trade him. I get a lot of people comment. I'm just reporting the news. I'm not obviously I'm not suggesting that we do that.
They did that with Markstrom, and look what happened.
Right. Well,
Markstrom was in the Vezina, finalist last year. So it's maturity. He's 21 years old.
Right.
And hopefully by the time Bob hangs him up, he'll be ready to take over. But thank all lucky stars that Vezina Bob has, has come alive.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a total different goalie than, that first season. I mean,
Speaking of Vezina Bob,
yes.
As you know, my theory is that Vezina Bob has gotten better from the point of time that Manscaped became a sponsor. And yesterday I filmed a rather interesting Manscaped commercial. Look, I'm doing the best I can here to keep it within the context of the channel, but I have my acting partner needs some help Here's the commercial. Now, there's nothing more relaxing for a man than coming out here and being alone, by ourselves, with the exception, of course, the loudmouth over there, but that's a different story. Now, sometimes you might not want to be alone. Sometimes you might want the company of your favorite female. We'll put it that way. Can't stress this enough. The Manscaped lawnmower, weed whacker, all of the products that they sent me, he won't shut up. He's excited about Manscaped as well, though I don't know why. I never let him do a damn thing. The point is, gentlemen, that if you don't want to be alone, or if you're wondering why you are alone, might want to check out your grooming game. Go to manscaped.com. Use code FlyingFluffy. You're going to get 20% off. You're going to get free shipping. Hey, come back. Manscaped's not that way. Go back to the water, you big dummy. This is what I have to do the entire time we're here. I'm trying to do a commercial. You're not a very good assistant. Let me tell you, okay? Look, you guys know I've said this multiple times, okay? But I'm going to keep saying it because it's the truth. I've been trimming since I was 15 years old, and if you don't know who I am or how old I am, I'm old. I'm 51 years old. I've been trimming since 15, full body. By far the best product I've used. And the light. Go to the light, gentlemen, okay? If you've never used a trimmer with a light, which you probably haven't, if you haven't used the Manscaped trimmer, you're going to love it. You'll never want to go back, okay, guys? Guys, you know how when your woman does your favorite thing, and that's it, she's got to constantly do that, right? You're not going backwards. It's the same thing with this trimmer, okay? And by the way, he's taking full advantage of me. We don't ever come over to the site. Let's go. Get out of here. Come on. Get in the water. Huh? Taking full advantage of me, not paying attention to him. Come here. We never come over here. Let's go. Get back over here. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Just trying to do a stinking commercial so I got money for your dog food, and you got me traipsing all over the place. Stay on this side. Look at all of this. He's got all of this, but he's got to try. He's got to try to get in that little beach area, over those stones, and into the grass. Why? Because you're not to be trusted. You're just like a typical male. Typical man without your nuts cut. That said, like I said, code Flying Fluffy at manscaped.com. I'm going to shave you. Yeah, you got that's exactly right. All right. So like the dog said, manscaped.com. Code's Flying Fluffy. And I think that's what he said. I'm pretty sure. I don't speak dog, but I'm pretty sure that last that's what he was saying. So we'll move on now. So look, do you want me to go back to the standings for you?
No.
Okay, you're good. Okay.
Guys, the bottom line is we don't win our games. It doesn't matter who's in what position. We got 24 games.
Oh, you froze up again. You're there. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, you froze up for a half a second. Do you have a plane flying over your head? Yep. Oh, that's what. Okay. So the plane froze your Wi-Fi for a second, man. Yeah, that's some spooky conspiracy thing.
Here's the deal, guys. And I'm not going to say it's near impossible, but it's going to be really tough. I say we got to win 20 games.
Yeah.
We got to get to 102.
Yeah.
If we get to 100 and somebody squeaks in at 101 and we start bitching about that Toronto game, so you know what? F it. We need 102.
Yeah.
20-4. Is that possible? Against the teams that we're going to be playing?
I mean, anything's possible.
I don't know.
I mean, look, 20-4 is winning 5, losing 1, right? So, I mean, I understand they have to get to winning 4 first. It's going to be blood sport, man. You know what I mean?
I think you and I are realists. We know. It's just we can't give up.
Right. No, can't give up. Got to stay healthy. Right. Now the Bennett thing, He's not expected to be out. He's not expected to be out real long. And then Duke, right? People were asking me last night on the stream. They're saying, "What do I think we should do around the deadline?"
Yeah, I mean,
Duke,
what's
Duke
happening with him, man? He's
well,
ready. Let's go. Stop farting around.
What they said before the road trip was he wasn't going to be playing during the road trip, but they expected him for a homestand.
That'd be nice.
So,
we lost Gianni Smith last night. The Goldie and Randy didn't know. They said we didn't see what happened. I saw what happened.
What happened?
He got an elbow to the head.
Oh, geez.
Right in front of our net.
Oh, geez. See, I was stuck watching the Capitals feed, so I didn't even realize he had gotten hurt.
Yeah. I saw it happen. I mean, I saw the replay, and that sucks.
When did he go out?
What's that?
When did he go out?
I don't know. I don't remember exactly what happened, but that's what happened.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a head injury. So Mark Stahl scores.
Yeah.
And the highlight of that was, and that's why he's wearing the A, and that's why he should be captain. Did you see Kachuk's reaction?
Yeah, pointed right at him.
He jumped up and he was so excited. He was more excited than Mark Stahl. That's a teammate.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
I was just go ahead. So we're just interrupting. It's early, guys. All right. I took my niacin. For those of you who are wondering, I'm not turning into a Oompa Loompa. I ate. My schedule's a little bit off today because it was raining outside, so I couldn't really do the thing I do with the dogs. I had to get them in and out. So I ate my breakfast before we started this. When I eat my breakfast, I take my niacin because that keeps my veins and arteries unclogged, because I have a condition where my body likes to create extra cholesterol. So it's keeping me alive. But while the niacin is working through my body, I become Barney the dinosaur. So if I'm turning red before your eyes, I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I'm not angry. I'm trying to keep my heart from exploding. So that's what that's about. So look, it's such an odd schedule that we have, man, and we've played so many more games than other teams, and there's this dual-edged sword now, right? Because we're fixing to get some kind of a rest, you know what I mean? And you look at the schedule the rest of the way, the last 25 games are usually the toughest for everybody because everybody's beating the crap out of each other. You know what I mean? But most of the other teams got 30 more games. So if we can somehow sneak in, we might in some ways be one of the fresher teams, at least in the wild card. You know what I mean? Boston, obviously, they're going to get to rest some guys and everything like that. But it might be interesting because if we get in, we're going to have been playing at a high level, right? And
playoff style hockey.
Right. And Boston's going to have been
coasting.
Kind of you can't help but, you know what I mean? Even if you're only playing at 90%, you know what I mean?
They only lost 8 games. And 2 of them were against us.
They still haven't lost 10 games? For crying out freaking loud.
They destroyed Nashville last night.
Yeah, they were telling me.
The Rats scored 2 goals.
Ah, jeez. Jeez.
And
man.
I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was Billy, because Billy was on the NHL Network last night. I don't know if it was Billy or somebody else that said the coach should go to Marchand and Bergeron and ask them to take the night off, just so they could rest.
Right.
And watch from the press box. I don't, those guys are not going to do it.
Maybe the last couple games of the season, you know what I mean? But maybe they don't want it. Maybe they saw what happened to the Panthers last year when we took the foot off the gas those last couple games.
Yeah. The first thing we got to do is we got to get in. So
right.
Let's not even talk about the playoffs yet. We get in, then we can see. But you're right. I mean, this is the time when you need to peak. Like Detroit's playing like that.
Right.
It's how long can they sustain playing at such a high level? We're playing good hockey. Like I said, if we had had a day off between, the Minnesota game and the St. Louis game, it might have been a different outcome.
Right.
But
Well,
everybody contributed last night. Six different goal scorers.
Geez, that's right. Yeah, Lundell missed his second empty netter.
Yeah, that's a Reinhardt. He's got to bury that. Forget about passing it to him. Just get the goal and put the game on ice.
Right.
How many times we see Barkov pass it up? And, speaking of Barkov, another no-look goal. He's looking at Lundell, and he fires it between that. Great.
Yeah, he needs to shoot more, man. I think the goalies are so surprised when he shoots. That's why he scores, though. So I guess maybe it's a technique.
We only had one power play last night.
Was that? Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was the other thing.
Barzal buries Bob and doesn't get called. We get called.
We end up on the PK. I know, right? I don't know, man. What can you do? We knew it was going to.
Oshie starts a scrum. I don't know. He punched Ekblad. I don't know who. Oh, it was Kachuk, and they call Kachuk and they call the other guy.
No, but we got it. That was our power play because
Oshie was the one who started it.
Yeah, but for whoever it was that put his that choke, was it Ekblad or Kachuk?
It was Kachuk.
Was it Kachuk? Yeah. So, look. I can't even complain if we don't get any power plays because we're on that thing where we suck again.
How do you go from number one in the league, 37%, and we're at 6% now?
Well, we've been doing this since last year, and it doesn't matter who the coach is. Since last year, the same thing happened. We started off, power play was ass, even though we were winning games. And then we went on this massive, fantastic streak to get it into the top 5, and the number one power play since whenever, right? And then the playoffs came and it was ass again. And we're doing it again this year. It was terrible, and then it was great, and now it's terrible again. There's no in between.
Because we're predictable and we move the puck too slow.
Too slow.
Our power play is very predictable.
Right.
Get it to Ekblad for the one-timer, and his shot has been ass.
Yeah, it's not.
Many games, he's not firing that 90-something mile slap shot that he has.
Well, if it is that groin, maybe he's not able to step into it with as much as intensity as he wants to. You know what I mean?
It's the power play. Put Forsling and Montour.
Right.
And let Montour take that spot.
Yeah. Montour can't keep the puck on his stick for a half a second. It's going every time. It's just going to the net.
Or put Reinhardt in that spot.
Has he not been?
Put Forsling and Montour at the point and put Reinhardt in that. Oh, no. Put Reinhardt in that right circle. And maybe 4 forwards. Verhaeghe.
Right.
Pull Ekblad off. They're not going to do it, but that's what they should do.
Right. No, I
would go with 4 forwards. I would go with a forward that's fast as could be.
But I think that the common denominator in it all is the slow puck movement.
Yep.
And like I said last night in the recap, I should not be able to call the players' names. Watching TV, I shouldn't be able to call it before the player gets the puck on his stick. That's how slow and how predictable it is.
Because they don't know.
Watching TV, I can get the name out of the player before he even gets the puck. And you know what I mean? That's bad. I should not be able to keep up.
Each player is indecisive. Barkov has many opportunities to shoot. He's got a guy or maybe 2 guys in front. That's what they should be doing. Barkov has a great shot.
Right. When he uses it. Oh, and let's last thing here. The tweet that you sent me.
Oh yeah.
Walk everybody through that. Well, here, let me find it on my Twitter because I retweeted it. So
Wait, I can pull it up.
it's here. It's here. Here, I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up. Let me just share it now. I got it. I got it.
Okay.
Let me just find it. Here we go. So I'll let you walk us through what this is, Stu, because you sent it to me. Go ahead.
I can't see it, but basically,
it's Alan Walsh, and this is
Alan Walsh, I believe, is Huberdeau's agent.
Right.
Read it, because I can't read it.
Okay. He says the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Also, negativity sucks the joy right out of players. CC at NHL Flames. And my response to that was I retweeted it and said it's almost like there was a reason those guys wanted out of Calgary. What's the common denominator?
Okay, well, I think what happened, I think Huberdeau put his foot in his mouth again. Like the "who cares" comment.
I saw somebody put a meme there. What did he say? Because I saw somebody put together a meme.
Know. But guys, post the link, Eric. Post the link in the video so everybody could go to it. Because comment after comment, it was a roast. It was a Huberdeau roast.
Oh, did he say I am sad? Because that's a meme that somebody put. I don't know if that's meaning what he said or not. That's the meme I saw where somebody said I am sad, and then who cares? Like that.
The one comment that stuck out in my mind was we're stuck with him.
Yeah. Don't forget you're here forever.
That's the
yeah. Don't forget you're here forever. So, now look, this is tough because I want to be clear. I am not laughing at Jonathan Huberdeau. The swirl of mixed emotions with it all, because there is part of me that because over the summer a number of Calgary Flame fans that were just like, yeah, we wanted to trade, we fleeced you guys, kind of makes me want to say thanks for the top 5 NHL player in Tkachuk and the young guy who's getting paid less. Appreciate that. Part of me wants to be a smart ass and say that. But the other part of me looks at it from the human level, from Huberdeau's position, and he's got to be like, what the hell did I do? Right? Yeah. Like one day I'm on the boat with Ekblad and we're the President's Trophy winner and we're fishing. And the next thing you know, I'm playing for this hard ass and it's 15 below outside.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Don't think, his mental state has not affected his game. And he's got to be looking at, recaps and watching Tkachuk thrive down here.
That's what I said about the All-Star game.
That was me, man. That was me.
Right. When that's what I tweeted out with the All-Star game. I mean, ESPN is just blowing Matthew Tkachuk the whole All-Star game, okay? And I'm just sitting there going, damn, Hugh, I hope you're not watching this, bro. Because he's with Barkov, right? I mean, it's just like that to me. That's where I'm excited about Tkachuk and all that, but I feel bad for Huberdeau, man. And I know there's people
that's a dagger in the heart, man.
Right. It's just
and then just speaking, like you said, from a human side, but from the business side,
right. From the business side, big smiles.
Tkachuk is just
right.
And Uyghur's he's laying an egg too out there.
Well, supposedly, I mean, look, I don't know the statistics, but somebody, I think it's Jay Fresh or one of the guys that does that. Basically, he was saying that there were some whispers about maybe they might want to trade Uyghur, but he couldn't understand why, because he's been their best defenseman. That's as far as I went down that rabbit hole.
I watched the NHL Network,
right?
Recaps,
right?
Pretty much every night. Uyghur has gotten beaten so many times this year.
So it's basically the same thing where mathematically, statistically, because of his offense, it looks good, but on the individual plays, I mean, because that's what we saw here, right?
Yeah.
You know?
He's not a good defenseman.
Oh man, that would be what a
Yeah. I mean, basically Montour could play first pair.
Sure. Oh, Montour's been a beast.
He's so much better than Uyghur.
Look, I look at it from this point of view. How many times last year during a game did we say about Uyghur, what the hell are you doing? Right? How many times this year have we said that about any of our defensemen? Like, can you think? I mean, I'm going to assume we've done it once because
we did it at the beginning of the year with Stahl.
And
he turned his game around.
Right.
Night and day.
Right. So, I mean, there's every once in a while I've seen like maybe Forsling or Montour have a bad outlet pass or something like that. But Ekblad, we've been wondering, he's hurt, right? I mean, he didn't suddenly forget how to play hockey. You know what I mean? He's clearly not 100% physically right.
Yeah, you know brought up a good point that I didn't think about. That's why he's not getting a torque on his shot.
Yeah,
because it's all in the legs.
Yeah, you got to be able to swivel those hips, right? So he's out there gutting it out, but I don't know why we making him gut it out on the power play if that's what the case is, right? I mean, we know it's been a groin. It's like we got guys, But yeah, man, the situation with I feel bad. I mean, on one hand, I don't feel bad for Huberdeau. I get it. He made 11.5, what is it, $10.5 million, whatever it is. Boy, Zito getting Tkachuk for less money than Huberdeau. I mean, that's that ain't right. You know what I mean?
I just think the whole culture, the culture shock. 1 minute he's in his pool.
Yeah.
In 85-degree sunny weather.
Yeah.
The next thing he's shoveling his driveway to get in it, because he's not driving his Ferrari, he's driving a truck now.
Right.
So you can't look back, No,
I
know.
It's going to be interesting to see how that pans out, because this is not the first thing. Like on YouTube in the last month, I mean, even one of the guys mentioned my video. That people have been making videos about Huberdeau, like what's going on, and I kind of have a dual thing there because I'm the one that said that, hey, look, he played for the contract last year. You know what I mean? I mean, it's clear. It's obvious. That doesn't mean he was terrible. It just means that extra burst, that extra motivation where every night he was just lit like a firecracker.
Except he disappeared in the playoffs, and that's why they traded him.
Yeah. Well, that's why he was tradable. You know what I mean? But then just the other part of it where I said, and I kind of said this, and somebody had said it in response to me when I talked about it in the All-Star game. It's like, this all happened because Matthew Tkachuk said, I don't want to be here. That's where I want to go. And everybody just made it happen. And, Huberdeau's got to be like, it's like, he's like this innocent bystander. Yeah, he got paid. Yes, he got paid. But now he has to deal within the confines of the system in Calgary where Gaudreau didn't want to be there. Tkachuk didn't want to be there. Now, you don't get two guys like that want to leave a franchise, leave a team without there being a reason. And I think Huberdeau's kind of maybe finding out that reason. What's the common denominator? You know what I mean? Something is not right. And I don't know if Gaudreau and Tkachuk have made those comments, but I've seen a lot of fans making the comments about how Calgary is it's just too intense. It's too tight. There's no fun. You can't, you know what I mean? And so if he's not having any fun at the rink, it's not like he can go out on the boat, right? and go catch some dolphin with Ekblad and bitch about it. It's just go home and it's freezing, and it's going to take a toll on your mental state, like you said.
Well, you know what they said when Gaudreau left, and then, they said something about, well, Kachuk had such a great season last year because of Gaudreau and number 11. I don't know, is it Backstrom or whatever? I don't know what the guy's name is. But obviously he's proven them wrong.
Right.
I mean, he's probably been our most consistent player all year.
Yeah.
He brings it every night.
Yeah.
And
all right.
Did you notice during that scrum where goalie was saying something like, Panther fans, we haven't had a player. This is the player that we always wanted.
Yeah, like I said, I couldn't.
Yeah,
I stuck with the Caps feed last night, so but I agree. Yeah, no, he's the right guy for the moment. Boy, it's just something to see what's going on there. I feel bad for the fans down there too, because they thought they had robbed us because Huberdeau 115 points and everything. But the last thing I'll say,
Kachuk had almost that many too.
Right. And the last thing I'll say is that he had 115 points, and I'm not poo-pooing it, right? But last year he had more assists than he had ever had points combined, except for one season.
Yep.
So I mean, that's a lot of other guys, taking. Well, he's making great passes, but if he doesn't have guys on his line that are going to put those great passes in the net, you know what I mean? And it's. I can only assume he's going to come back better next year. You know what I mean? You got to figure. Right? I mean, look at Bob the first year here. You're, basically 2 years here, really. Yep. You know what I mean? We were all sitting there saying the same thing that they're saying about Huberdeau, like, holy crap, what did we do, right?
Yeah.
And now, if we make the playoffs, he's single-handedly, let's put it this way, at this point, if we make the playoffs or win a cup, he's going to single-handedly drag us kicking and screaming.
It's because of Bob putting the team on his shoulder. Listen, you don't hear anybody talking about trading Bob these days, do you?
No, it's so crazy, man. I mean, like Thanksgiving, it was like, look, Bob's done. He's old. Spencer's clearly ready. He's playing his ass off. I mean, what the F is going on down there, right? I mean, I've never seen two guys just switch sides. Right? It's just insane. How the hell are we supposed to keep up if that's what they're going? Maybe they're just trolling us. Maybe they're just trolling us. Maybe they're just I don't know.
Here's my last thought of the morning.
Yeah.
We got an afternoon game on Saturday
and Monday
against the team that is reeling right now.
Yeah.
Nashville is going to be a tough game.
Right.
They got smoked last night. 5-1, I think it was. Oh, maybe 6. I don't know. The Bruins. Oh, no, it was a shutout.
Was it a shutout?
Yeah.
Oh, great. That's nice.
Yeah, he shut him out last night.
They'll be good and pissed.
And the backup goalie, not Omar.
Swayman.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Swayman's what Knight would be if we let him play some games.
Yeah, but that's the best. That's the best tandem in the league, right?
Yeah. That's what I mean.
All season. But I'm worried about Saturday.
Right. Well, look. Last game of the road trip, right? Because the Monday's at home. I think.
Well, that will be big. That will be big, Eric. At least that's in our favor.
Right.
Because we're at home, they're with the family, they're sleeping in their own bed.
Right.
They're eating, their wife's cooking. So, you couldn't ask for a better scenario for the last 20 games or so.
Yeah. And my prediction is going to be Duke comes back for the Friday game. That's my prediction.
If Duke makes an impact, like we're hoping, it's very possible we can go on a tear.
And not only that, the one thing we haven't even the word we haven't mentioned with Duke is power play, right? We're sitting
Correct.
here talking about where and who to put what. Well, there's if he's good to go, right there, just take your spot and don't move.
So now I'm thinking again. You take Ekblad off and you put Reinhardt at the left point. You put Duke in, and you have Reinhardt in that. That's
Forsling, Barkov, Duke, Reinhardt,
not
Kachuk.
Forsling. It'd be Montour and Reinhardt, Kachuk, Barkov, and Duke.
So you want Montour? Yeah, Montour. Okay, fine. Forsling can run the second unit. Either way. But yeah, you're right. Montour has probably got a better shot there. So, all right, guys.
This is a long one.
Yeah, we went long. That's okay. People missed you, man. You know what I mean? They needed extra stew this morning. What can we say? So today is Friday. It's pouring rain outside. Like I'm hearing the wind blow the rain in. It's just a mess. I'll have the podcast out later today, and then Saturday we'll be live streaming, normal thing, and then we'll be back Monday as well. So make sure you remember 2 o'clock Saturday, 1 o'clock Monday. 1 o'clock Monday. So
okay.
Good luck. That's my nappy time. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. Appreciate all the support. We'll see you guys again real soon.